Yeah, and there's no rush to find your back. So just kind of find it whenever you want. And if Nadi Shodhana is in your practice and you want to start with a couple rounds of that and then come to rest, please do. So we'll do a body scan here in a few minutes. But just give yourself what you need to settle in. So if that's maybe, if you know the Dirga breath, the 3-part breath, or if you want to do Nadi Shodhana, just give yourself what you need. Offer what you need. And just begin to settle into the space. Our practice tonight, we're just going to bring our energy in, ground down, and rest. The breath is one of the most powerful tools that we have within us. It can help us in regulating our emotions, in regulating our energy, in regulating our nervous system, and integrating our brain, allowing our brain to function optimally. So feel the breath, feel your body on your mat in your space. If you're on your back, you place a hand on the stomach and a hand on the heart. Notice the natural breath and just notice the rise and fall of the hand. Maybe say to yourself, my hand is on my stomach. My hand is on my heart. I rest on my mat. On your next exhale, let out a really deep exhale. If that would suit your energy, let it go. Now let's bring our awareness to our right hand. Notice where your right hand is in space. Relax your right hand. Relax the right palm. Relax the right arm. Relax the right shoulder. Bring your awareness to your left hand, your left palm. Relax the left hand, the left wrist, and the entire left arm. Allow it to relax and rest in space. Relax the left shoulder and the right shoulder. And relax the entire upper back. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the back of the head. Allow the backs of the shoulder and the back of the head to become heavy and to rest in the floor. And exhale as that heaviness and that rest moves down the mid-back, the lower back, and then around the front of the body. Relax the space between the hips. Relax the abdomen. And exhale. Bring your awareness to your right foot and relax the sole of the right foot and the toes. Move your awareness to the left sole of the foot, the left toes. Relax the left foot. Relax the right calf, the right quad, the right hamstring, and the right glute. Letting go of any effort in the entire right leg. And then relax the left glute, the left hamstring, the left quad, the top of the leg, the calf, and the shin of the left leg. Exhale, sigh. Exhale, sigh. And now breathe into the moment right now. And breathe into the moment right now. Breathe into now. And breathe into now. And exhale. Breathe into now. Let's invite peace into our space. Invite patience into our space. And then in tonight's practice, we'll rebound after each pose as usual. And the sensation, the relaxation that maybe you feel right now, you can bring it into each rebound. But yet noticing the subtle difference in each shape, in each transition. Scan the body and notice how you are right now. Let it go. And then on an inhale, gently roll over to one side. There's no rush. And rest on your side. And be in this transition from the start to our first shape. And see if you can find some peace as we wait right now. And then when you're ready, come up with the legs extended long. Moving out of the transition into the shape. Yeah, so let's bring our legs long. Roll the shoulders up and back. If you want, you can inhale to bring the arms above the head. And then we'll fold towards those knees. Hinging at the waist. Bend the knees a lot if you want. I have mine bent a lot. You can't see because the tank's in the way. And let the hands just gracefully fall to the earth. And then round the back, so maybe the forehead comes to the knees. Or a caterpillar. You notice the backs of the legs, and if you feel a little pull, then pause there and just rest. And rest here for as many breaths as you want. If you get to a point where you want to inhale and come up and fold again, and maybe you can go a little deeper into the fold, you can do that. But allow this to be its own experience. You close the eyes. Bring the awareness to the heart. And notice the beating of the heart as we fold and rest. Sometimes I rest my elbows on tops of my legs and kind of hold my head in my hands. That brings more awareness to the backs of the legs. If you want to kind of notice the low back in the fold, you can let the hands go down. So just kind of feel into what will nourish you tonight. That breath is our tool. Maybe inhaling to a count of 4 or to a count of 6. And then exhaling with the same amount. Nice and steady exhale. You bring some awareness to the backs of the legs and feel the backs of the legs grounded to the earth. And into the hips. Feel the hips really strong. Feel them grounded above those sits bones as we hold. And breathe strength and calm into the hips. Knowing that if any emotions come up, just so you can let them be there this evening. Feel them, let them flow through, sit with them, and be with them without judging, just creating the space. Now let's count down from 5 to 0. Exhaling for 5. And 4. Exhale 3. 2. One, exhale, and then gently begin to bring those shoulders back over the hips, over those strong, calm, steady hips. Good job. Now maybe bend the knees just a little bit. We'll roll onto our backs, feeling that rebound and feeling that transition. You lie down. Maybe feeling the chi, kind of like glitter sparkling underneath the skin. Noticing where that chi is flowing. And offering some rest here in our transition. Sometimes in our transition, in our rebound, we have release a lot of times in the shape itself, but sometimes it's in the rebound where we maybe let a sigh or we feel that chi really move. Just notice and allow for an exhale if you need to. Allow for a stretch if you feel like you feel a little bit longer. One more breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now bending the knees to bring the feet flat on the floor. Hopefully that block is handy. Find your block or find your blanket stack or your pillow. And then from your back on the ground, the feet on the floor, tank's in the way here, so you can't really see that great. We're going to inhale to lift the hips. And then maybe we slip that blanket or the block just on that sacrum. So one of my teachers says it's that spot, that block should be, the bottom edge is just above the little crack that we have down there. So place that block just so where that blanket, where you feel like you can rest that sacrum down, that kind of lowest part of the spine. And then rest here, maybe palms up. Allow the shoulder blades to rest into the floor. Maybe as you relax, the knees fall out to the side. And always an invitation to extend the legs long. If that feels okay, maybe you only extend one leg at a time, and that's okay. Maybe you just keep the legs bent. Yeah, good job, guys. So just feel what's right. And then let's rest here. Maybe close the eyes. And feel the breath in through the soles of the feet, out the palms of the hands. Feel those hips strong and steady. Breathe into those hips, allowing us to ground. And as we breathe into the hips, we calm the energy in that part of the body, allowing for a little bit more peace in the entire body. So bring that peace into the space once again. Maybe breathing in for the count of 4 or the count of 6. And breathing out with a steady exhale. Notice if you're kind of clenching the shoulder blades, and let the shoulder blades relax into the floor, into the ground. Again, breathing into the hips. And then breathing into that space between the hips. And then we'll count down from 5. Exhale 4. Exhale 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Inhale, press the feet into the floor, lift the hips up, slide the block or the blanket or the bolster, whatever you had underneath that sacrum. Lower the sacrum down and extend those legs long and feel this transition in your body. Noticing where you feel sparkly, where it feels like we shook up that snow globe and we're allowing the glitter and that snow to settle. And let's find peace here as we wait, as we pause in the transition. Breathing into the present moment right now. And exhale. Now let's go over to one side and let's pause on the side for a breath, maybe 2, maybe 3 breaths. For being in the transition, finding peace in the transition. And we'll exhale to press ourselves up. When we get up to our seat, let's bring our feet wide apart. Maybe they're as wide as your dog in front of you. Maybe they're not as wide. So with your feet maybe a mat distance apart or maybe wider, whatever feels right for you, ground into the sits bones. And then we'll inhale to bring our arms up to the sky. Yeah. And then we'll exhale, fold it forward. Let the feet be floppy. Just hinging and just floating. Notice when you start to feel maybe some response in the hamstrings or the low back. And once you feel that, just let the hands float to the ground and just pause there. Maybe tuck the chin to the chest. And then we're just going to wait here. We're going to be here. At any point, if you want to come up, bring the shoulders back over the hips and then fold forward again. See if maybe your heart comes a little closer to the ground, or maybe you notice it a little bit before you were even where you were before. And just breathe into the moment right now. Let's breathe into the heels and breathe into the backs of the legs, grounding as if they were roots growing out of the heels, growing out of the calves and growing out of the hamstrings. Just really bringing us down to that earth element. And then exhale, ground into the sits bones. And now notice those hips, those strong hips. Notice the space between the hips where that water element resides, whereas our emotions reside. Breathe a couple breaths into the hips, into that space between the hips, and then relax and rest. Telling ourselves that we're right where we need to be. We're not looking towards the next shape, even if this doesn't quite feel comfortable or it's not our favorite. We're not looking to later when we go to rest. But let's try to be here right now. The breath supports us in that. So always knowing we can come back to the breath to tie us to right now. So breathe into right now. Breathe into now. Breathe into now. Sometimes when I allow myself to be really present, like I am right now, I almost feel this deep freedom that, wow, I don't have to be in tomorrow's appointment or in later tonight when I send that email or tomorrow when I do this, but I can be here right now and I can just enjoy right now. And there's really some freedom there. So see maybe what you feel, what your body's response is. If you just tell it, let's be here right now. Let's be in this shape. Let's feel the legs on the ground, the heart suspended. And the breath right now in the nose, in the mouth, in the heart, the lungs, the being. Let's breathe in and exhale 5. Exhale 4. Exhale 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. At our next exhale, we can slowly bring our shoulders back over our hips. Maybe you want to stay right where you are. Maybe this pose is bringing up emotions and you want to be with those, and you can. Everything is just a suggestion. So it's suggesting you come back. And suggesting to maybe come into our rebound. So slowly bringing the legs to a bend, or just sliding them over if you don't have your dog in front of you. And then find the rebound and be in the rebound, extending the legs long. Noticing the subtleties in the shape of the chakra. Exhale. Bringing our energy in. Let's feel that heart space. Now, with full awareness, let's hug our knees into our chest. Maybe rock side to side a couple times and massage that low back. And then bring the knees kind of towards the chest and the hands, maybe the arms, the elbows on the inside of the knees, and the hands cross the shins and come to the outside of the foot. And maybe you can bring the elbows or the arms to the outside of the leg, wherever feels right to find your happy baby. We'll be here. And breathe, noticing the breath as we breathe into the chest, and the chest presses into the floor. If you can't quite grab your feet, we can always grab the outside of our calves. Or even if you can grab your feet, maybe it feels better to just rest the forearms behind the hamstrings, right below the knees. Sometimes that's my happy baby. So let your happy baby be what it is. Oh, good job. And now we're going to breathe into those hips. Breathe into that water element between the hips. Allow yourself to ground along the back body. Maybe drawing nourishment up from the earth into the back of the body, where we receive energetically. Breathe in. Exhale for 5. Exhale 4. Exhale 3. 2. Exhale for 1. Then your next exhale, releasing the hands and then relaxing the feet into the floor, the legs into the floor. Be in this moment right here. Relax the face. Breathe in. Let's exhale to bring the left foot to the ground. So the left knee is up to the sky. And now hug the right knee into the chest. Maybe shimmying the low back so the back feels flat on the floor. And we're going to rest here with this right knee hugged into the chest. If you want to extend the left leg out all the way, you can extend the left leg out. It feels better on that sacrum, on that low back area. You can bend the knee of that left leg. With the right leg, try to hug it into the chest. Now let's breathe into the right side of the body. On that right side of the body, that's where our ascending colon is. So if we compress it with this knee hugging in, it's going to support that digestion and that movement. And that's not limited to what we eat, but what we see, what we hear, anything that our senses are taking in all day. This is going to support us in digesting and keeping what is going to nourish us and expelling what isn't going to serve us. So let's breathe into this moment, breathe into this shape, and find some tranquility and rest here as our subtle body goes to work for us at our highest good. Knowing that this also supports us grounding and coming to center. Being sure to breathe. Now let's exhale for 5 and 4. Exhale for 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. And then exhale to send the right leg all the way long. If the left leg was bent, send that one long as well. Exhale. But if the mind starts to wander, maybe bring it back to an area of the body where you notice some sensation, and just bring back focus back to one thing. Let's breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Now breathe in, breathing this next inhale into those hips again. Exhale, let it go. Then bring both feet to the floor. And then let the knees come out to the side and the soles of our feet come together for a reclined butterfly. And bring a hand to the stomach and a hand to the heart again. If that supports you in feeling this connection to this physical body, or connecting to that breath. And just let it go. Let it all go. Any thoughts that you're not doing it right, whatever it may be. Letting go of any desire to change anything. Maybe letting go of any wonder or any desire. And bring that awareness to the space below the belly button between those hips. And rest. Let the glutes, let the sits bones, let the hips ground. Imagine that they're the most stable part of your body right now. Imagine that there's calmness in the movement below the skin in that area. If your mind starts to wander, maybe offering the mantra Om Shanti, which means Om, peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Let's count it down. Exhale for 5. Exhale 4. Exhale 3. Steady exhale 2. Final exhale 1. Now bring the feet to the floor, the knees to the sky. And extend your legs out nice and long. And bring the hands to the side if they were on the heart of the stomach. Now be in this moment right here. And one more breath in. Exhale to feel those hips grounded. Feel the thighs grounded on the floor. Now bend the left knee, left thigh into the chest. So bring that right foot to the floor, bend that right leg as we put the left foot in to compress that ascending colon, the descending colon on the left side. So that left in. Maybe sigh as you settle in and as you begin to rest. Supporting the subtle body, the physical body, the entire being with this shape. We can just be so simple sometimes. We can just let go. Just be here right now. Feel the low back ground into the earth. Maybe letting go of the thought that we have to pull that leg in, and just kind of let the hands rest on the leg and let gravity kind of pull on the hands and the elbows. I just noticed I was kind of pulling down with like this mega force, and my back was completely engaged. So let's just let gravity push on the hands and the hands push on the shins. Gravity pulls the elbows down. And you notice if the back relaxes, even the face relaxes. And exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. Let it go for 3. Release the breath. 2. And stop trying for 1. You are enough. Release the hands, let the foot come down, and then extend both legs nice and long. Be the longest you've felt all day. As we just relax into who we are and relax into this moment where we are and when we are. Bring your awareness to that subtle energy below the surface. Maybe the chi in the hands, fingertips. Now breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Now inhale in. And let's exhale to roll onto our side. And we can pause on our side. Again, just not rushing to be anywhere. Give ourselves a moment on our side before we come onto our stomachs. Breathe in. Good job. And now we'll exhale to come onto our stomachs, so the tops of our feet, tops of the thighs, the kneecaps, entire legs, and those hips are on the ground. And then our elbows are maybe just below the shoulders. And our heart just lifts just for a little bit. If that feels like it's too much compression on the low back, bring those elbows forward and lower down into the stomach more. And now from here, ground those thighs into the earth and imagine there were roots growing out of your thighs into the earth. Feel your pelvis, your hips ground into the earth. That space between the hips, grounding into the earth. Close the eyes and feel yourself completely supported. You notice the low back. Let's breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 1. And exhale for 4. 3. What a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And breathe in. Exhale exhale, sigh as you slowly lower the heart down to the floor. You can bring the hands underneath the head like a pillow, maybe off to the side, and rest on the front of your body. You need to just bring those hands down on the ground. You can breathe in and out here. And breathe in. Deep. Your heart stays in your back. Exhale, bring the hands down. We'll press up. Maybe you find some pillows, a blanket. Bring the knees really wide. And then let's find child's pose. Maybe you bring a pillow between the calves and the seat. Even if you can rest without a pillow, just bring it in and see what it's like. Maybe rest the hands underneath the forehead. Maybe the forehead all the way to the ground and the hands are behind towards the feet. Let's find some refuge in ourselves in this moment right here. Let it be our cocoon. Send some breath to the hips. Send some breath to the low back. And then let yourself be effortless. Maybe you say to yourself, I'm okay, I'm enough, I'm okay, I'm enough, I'm doing a really good job, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm okay. I'm enough. Let's exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. Exhale for 3. For 2. slowly come up out of your child's pose, whatever way makes sense for you. And then make your way into Shavasana. Again, however makes sense for you. Maybe you come back into that Sphinx pose just for a moment. Maybe you roll right onto your back, hug the knees into the chest. With that cleansing power of the breath, maybe let out a few sighs when you get to your Shavasana. Ground into the hips, into the sits bones. Ground the thighs. Ground that side of the body. And the other side. Exhale. If your mind wanders, maybe give it that Om Shanti mantra for as long as you need. Or perhaps you focus on the rise and fall of the stomach, but give your mind a task if that's helpful, to keep it focused on one thing. Yeah. And inviting effortlessness and peace. Relaxing the right hand, the right palm. The tips of the fingers all the way up to the right shoulder. Relax the upper back, the upper chest, the left shoulder, all the way down to the left fingertip. Relax the inner right ear. Relax the space behind the right earlobe on the neck. Relax the right side of the neck, the right side of the jaw, the right cheek. Relax the right eye. Relax the entire right side of the body. Relax the right hip, the right knee, the right ankle, and everything in between. Top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, pinky toe, fourth toe, third, second toe, and the big toe. Relax the left shoulder, the left side of the neck, the left space behind the left earlobe, and the left inner ear. Relax the left cheek, the left eye. Relax the left jaw. The entire left side of the body. The left hip, the left thigh, the left calf, top of the left foot, bottom of the left hip, and the toes of the left foot. Offer relaxation to your entire body. Extend gratitude to your entire body. Feel your mind and your body connect. Feel your heart connect to your mind and your body. Say, I'm okay, I'm more than okay. I'm enough, I'm more than enough. I'm doing exceptionally well. Your next exhale, send it to your hips, your thighs. And when you're ready, roll over to one side and pause on your side as long as you need to pause. And whenever you're ready to press up, you can press up to a seat, or maybe you want to roll back into Shavasana. Find what's right for you. Ground the sits bones, ground the thighs, ground those hips. Bring the hands together in prayer. Maybe rest them palms down on your thigh. We'll close with the sound of 3 Om. Breathe in, exhale. And then breathe in for Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.